Welcome back to Leeds lately for the live watch-along, of course, of Leeds United versus Middlesbrough. Last time we played Middlesbrough, of course, was in the Carabao Cup, and we did get beat 3-0 by them. Hopefully it's a bit of a different story today. Our home form has been excellent this season and, of course, last season as well. So hopefully there's no upsets today. Hopefully Leeds go out there and win this one. Be interesting to see how the away form goes on Saturday. I think we're away at Preston, aren't we? So hopefully it's a nice routine victory today, being that it's at home for us. Welcome everybody in the chat down below. Welcome to our Leeds Lately members, Karen Curtin, Chewy Backer, and Pierre as well is in there as well. If I've missed anyone, apologies for that, but welcome to everybody else who is a non-member as well. Welcome everybody who's joining, all the regulars. Looking forward to seeing Leeds play tonight. Little bit of a change to the lineup. That's going to go on the screen now. So, Meslier in goal, of course. Byram comes back in, and he replaces Bogle, who I think's picked up a knock in training. Rodon and Strauch play as the two centre-backs. Verber comes back in again for Furper, who got injured in that last game. Tanaka and Rothwell in the midfield. James, Aronson and Nonto comes back in for Solomon on that left-hand side, with Mateo Joseph also replacing Joel Peru. I'm not convinced. At one point this season, I was convinced completely by Mateo Joseph from the runs that he made and the goals that he'd scored in pre-season. I thought he's going to be the guy this season. He hasn't really shown me enough, so I've gone back the other way. I know we're very reactionary in football. I've gone back the other way into thinking, will he be a good enough player for us to be starting for Leeds? And now people are calling for him, but I just don't think there's enough evidence to suggest that he can lead the line for a club like Leeds, who obviously are looking to try and get to promotion. So it remains to be seen what happens with him tonight. Yeah, we've got a stacked bench tonight, actually. Let's go through that. Someone's just mentioned that. Pierre's mentioned he'd like to see Ampadu getting involved. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Let's have... Oh, my God. So many notifications for Leeds United being live. I don't want... Oh, my God, I don't want that. Post notifications, that's what I want. 100 LUFC appearances for Dan James tonight. So the bench is Darlow, Schmidt, Ampadu, Crew, Gilavogi, Ramazani, Solomon, Piru, and Bamford. So a really, really good bench tonight. Stacked just means, like, really good. Yeah, and it probably is a bit early for Ampadu, but I don't understand really why they put people back on the bench when they're clearly not ready to play. Because if he does come on, then there's just a big chance he gets injured again, so... Ryan Tune leads 3-0 Middlesbrough. I hope so. I really hope we win 3-0 today. Somebody else mentioned about Charlie Crew as well, and he could get some game time. But to be honest, it's one of those things, isn't it, where, yeah, you probably give him a bit of game time if we're winning. But other than that, it's, at this point in the season, it's like you just need to stay with the pack, basically. Just 1 second. Martin Sykes saying, who else wants to know what was in the big white box? Well, the big white box had a big picture of a computer on it, so it's got computer stuff in it. People saying 3-0 would be a great result. Yeah, and a reply from the cup result. Yeah, it would be really nice to see us go out there and put in another really good performance and put them to the sword like we didn't really manage to do with Derby. We scored a couple of goals, but we just needed to finish more of our chances, and that would have been would have felt like a lot better of a thing. No, it's the computer box that I've had for the last, 3 or 4 years, but the reason, obviously, because we've moved house and it's a renovation job, so there's not room for all the boxes, but it's full of all the, I suppose I don't really need them anymore, but it's full of all the boxes for my individual PC components. Evening, John. Welcome, John Garside, another one of our Leeds Lately members. We should be getting kicked off in about 7 minutes here. Just seeing some sort of weird Sky Sports EFL Christmas advert. It's supposed to be in the loft usually, Chewy, but that's why it's yeah. It's supposed to be in the loft usually, but obviously we don't really have access to the loft at the moment because it's not boarded in this house. Last 3 meetings, Leeds won 3-2 against Middlesbrough, then 4-3 against Middlesbrough, and then August the 14th we lost 3-0, but that wasn't in the Carabao Cup. As long as you know about it, Chewy, and it's not unintentional. John Garside, member for 10 months. Thanks, John. And he said 3-1 to Leeds, marching on together. I hope so. I really hope so. Well, it's currently our bedroom, Pierre, so... Well, not long here to kick off, just 5 minutes left. Hopefully we go and do a good job on them. If you haven't already, make sure you go and check out Classic Football Shirts. Link in the description down below. It's an affiliate link, so I do get a small commission, a little kickback if people use it. And if you use my link and then use Leeds Lately 10 at checkout, you'll get 10% off Classic Football Shirts, including some nice Leeds ones. As well, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that big red button. I've actually lost subscribers over the last 30 days. Let's have a look. Yeah, minus 14 subscribers in the last 28 days. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Let's hope Bill doesn't come on for Borough. Both teams in the tunnel now, getting ready to come out onto the pitch. Hopefully Verba puts in a good performance tonight as well and scores again. That would be nice, wouldn't it? I think Aronson just needs a little bit of, I don't know, he just needs something to fall for him, because I think he gets in really good positions and does some good stuff. I just need him to get his final ball right. That's what I need, really. He scored 4 this season, Aronson, I think. 4 or 5 goals. So they're putting the Sky Sports lineups there, so I'll put that one on the screen for you. Melier, Byram, Rodon, Strauch, Verba, Tanaka, Rothwell, James, Aronson, Nonto, and, of course, Mateo Joseph as well. Dieng, Deke Steele, Edmondson, Clark, Neto, Borges as back 4. Barlaza, Hackney, Doak, Azaz, McGree, and Latte Lath. Ailing on the bench for them. Bogle is injured, yes. Yeah, Bogle picked up a knock in training and Firpo picked up a knock in that last game, didn't he? So that's why Verba comes in at left back. So hopefully Byram and Verba come in and do a good job in place of those two. I don't think Byram's anywhere near as good going forward as Bogle is, but defensively he's probably better. Lockie talked about using Ampadu and defensive mid, take off Aronson and allow Tanaka and Rothwell to move forward more freely. Well, it's a little bit like what Bielsa... You're basically doing the Bielsa system then, aren't you, really? Having a single pivot like Calvin Phillips and then Click and Pablo ahead of them is essentially what that would be. A 4-1-4-1. Well, we're not far away from kickoff now. Let me just get the timer ready. Referee having a little look at his whistle, getting ready. His watch, sorry, not his whistle. Now he's looking at his whistle. Seeing that David Coote's been sacked, by the way, after all those videos came out of him. We're underway here. Tanaka. Now Joe Rodon. Across to Pascal Strauch and then Tanaka, who's dropped in between the two centre-backs. Leeds look in a very similar shape to what we see all too often from them. Here's Tanaka. Middlesbrough look like they might be playing a bit of a mid-block. Long ball over the top there from Tanaka, and Piru He's going to try and put that one in the box, but there is an offside call. That's not Peru, sorry. It's Verba. Peru's not even on the pitch, so that's a good start from me, isn't it? Anyway, we're back underway here. Ball into the midfield. I think Barlaza, and then back to the defence again. I've frozen ever? Doesn't look like that on my end, and might just be yours. It's going to be a throw into Middlesbrough there. Deke Steele with the throw in then, which was definitely a foul throw. Latte last coming deep to try and win that one back, but Rothwell takes it in. Strauch and Rodon now have the ball. Here's Rodon. Now Aronson. And Aronson pulled down there, just about on the halfway line. It's going to be a free kick to Leeds. Here's Strauch. Now Verba. Verba trying to put a ball across there. But it's cut out. But he does try and win it back here. But then he fouls. And it's going to be a free kick to Middlesbrough in their right back position. Oh, bad pass there from Middlesbrough, and it's given away to Dan James, who goes to shoot from distance. And it's been a while since I've seen a shot that bad. Really poor from Dan James. Just gives the ball straight to him, and then Dan James just makes a really bad decision to shoot from there. Where it's just a poor, poor shot there. Drags it wide for about in line with the D on the edge of the box, but at a bit of an angle, and just terribly drags it wide. Throw in for Leeds, though, up on the left-hand side now after a failed clearance from Middlesbrough. Taken by Verba and thrown all the way back to Strauch. Does anybody else also get a bit confused between Tanaka and Strauch, especially when Tanaka drops into the back four? From a distance, they've got the exact same hairstyle, similar height, and just really dark hair, and they just look the same sometimes from that distance. Going to be a throw-in from Leeds up on the left wing position. Here is Tanaka. Back to Strauch. Now Tanaka again. Plays it into Rodon, who can drive forward with it now. Now Dan James. Leeds fans singing Super Leeds and we're going up. Still got the ball here, Leeds. Now Strauch. Verba puts a ball across the box. It's gone all the way over to Byram on the opposite side. Hi Martin, welcome to the stream. Yeah, a lot of games, isn't there, in a short period of time. But on the positive side, if you do lose one, you don't have to wait too long before you can go and try and put it right and win a game. Here's Verba out in the left wing, now into Nonto, back to Verba, first time ball back to Strauch, and now Tanaka. Here's Strauch again. Now Nonto. Welcome, Robert. Welcome, Robert Wetzel. Another Leeds lately member, of course. Strauch plays the ball to Verba, I think may have been offside. Linesman's not giving anything, though. Here's Tanaka. Good turn by Aronson. Aronson across the box, and Mateo Joseph was waiting in the middle, but it was cleared away by a Middlesbrough defender in the nick of time. Aronson with a really, really good turn then. He just turns and... oh, it's really unlucky. Good defending there, but it's really unlucky. Aronson with such a good spin and running behind and then a good ball. There's nothing much Aronson could have done more with that pass. It's just that there was somebody there to block it. Leeds do have a corner now, so let me get ready to change this to 8. Rothwell into the box. It's bobbling round and it's cleared. They're on a bit of a break here, though. Middlesbrough just coming towards the halfway line. Leeds have won the ball back, though, through a poor pass, and here's Aronson with it. Aronson still going here. Drops it off to Tanaka now. Good play by Aronson. I think Aronson's going to have a good game here tonight. I think he's got his eye in early in terms of his dribbling and his ability to go past people. Here's Rothwell. Now Rodon. Dan James on the right-hand side. Now Byram. Back to Dan James again. Good turn again by Aronson. And Dan James goes for the shot. Blocked wide. Tell you what, Aronson is... He's raring to go tonight. Just got away from him before he took the shot. Yeah, I think Aronson's been good this season. Just needs to work on his final ball, but tonight he seems on it. Another corner then to come in from Leeds. Ball into the box. Headed away by Middlesbrough. Crossed in by Dan James and then cleared again. Now Middlesbrough trying to come away with it, but Leeds a bit overzealous there by Dan James, and Leeds have conceded a free kick here to Middlesbrough. Deep in the Middlesbrough half, Finazaz was the one who got fouled there. Leeds have won the ball back now after a poor pass from Middlesbrough giving it away. Here's Strauch. The moment Leeds with 71% possession. Middlesbrough with 29% possession. 9 corners since Rodon's goal, yeah. It's Tanaka. Verba back into Rothwell. Now Rothwell again down the left-hand side. Nonto tackled there by Deke Steele, and it's going to be a Leeds throw-in out on the left wing, just in line with the box. Here's Tanaka. Rodon and Strauch on the halfway line. Teo Joseph on the left-hand side of the box plays it to the edge for Tanaka. Tanaka gets tackled and the ball rolls through to the goalkeeper. Sometimes in a position like that, Tanaka usually his defensive awareness is so good and he knows when people are coming and he knows when he's about to be tackled, but because he's so high up, he's probably thinking about shooting and just let his concentration slip for a second. Sorry about that. Leeds have a throw-in out on the in the left-back position with Verba. Verba throws down the line. And it's taken away there by Middlesbrough. A long ball over the top from the defenders, and it's going to go all the way through to Meslier. Rothwell with a long ball over the top for Verber. Verber's going to try and put it across the box. His cross turned into almost a shot in the end, and they can come away with it here. But again, really poor ball forward from the goalkeeper this time, and it's just going to bounce out for a Leeds throw-in. Seny Dieng used to play for QPR. I'm not sure whether he would have been offside or not, but Verber seems to want to run in behind. He seems to want to be that last man, bringing Leeds some options down that left-hand side. Meslier just got forced into clearing that one as a touch there. Is Clark. Ball all the way back to Dieng in the Middlesbrough goal, just in his D on the edge of his box. Here's Barlasser to Deke Steele. Good tackle there by Nonto. Apparently not, according to the referee. It's going to be a free kick. Let's have a look. Yeah, maybe a bit of a foul there from Nonto. Tripped him. I'm not sure, AO. You know, Aronson's played in the Premier League before and proved that he wasn't that great. So I'm not sure whether anybody would want him, really. Especially for the price tag we'd be asking for. We'd want more than was left to pay off of him. We're just playing the ball forward now. Long ball over the top, but headed away by Sam Byram. Dan James does really well there to come back and collect that one and stop the Middlesbrough attack. Here's Byram. Back again to Rodon. What are you doing? Making weird noises. Quiet. Here's Strauch. Now Rodon. Byram. Ball down the line there. Dan James with a chance to cross the ball into box. It's in the box. Is it going to be in the net? It is in the net. 1-0. We had to scramble it over the line, but Wilfred Nonto puts it in the back of the net for 1-0. Fantastic for Leeds. 1-0 up here in the 14th minute. It's a really good ball in the box from Dan James, but I just... Yeah, so Dan James puts it in the box. It comes off Clark slightly. Then Mateo Joseph gets his shot away from the cross. Goalkeeper saves it, but pushes it back out to Nonto, who just manages to get something in the way. I think it was actually... So let's have a look. Good save by the goalkeeper. Nonto tries to come in. Seny Dieng tried to clear the ball, but he cleared it and he kicked it at Nonto's knee, and it just bounced into the back of the net. It was a deflection off Nonto's knee from a clearance. He ran straight to Gilavogi, by the way, and gave him a big hug. So, I mean, his head came up to about Gilavogi's chest. The height difference is ridiculous. Well, Leeds are 1-0 up. Couldn't have asked for much more. Dieng now. And Leeds, through Mateo Joseph, come and win the ball back. It's going to go for a throw-in, but the crowd getting up for it. Leeds really going in for the tackles here. Leeds coming down the left-hand side now with Nonto. It's going to be a throw into Leeds. It's Mateo Joseph. Ball cleared away though. And it's going to be a ball back with Leeds. Hi Isaac, welcome to the stream. Here's Melier. Now Rodon. Oh my God. Our last 7 championship home results, we've conceded 1 goal at home in the last 7 home games. And we've won 3-0, 2-0, 3-0, 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 2-1. Just really good. Good tackle there by Rothwell. Ball does go back to a Middlesbrough player now, and now they play it back down the right-hand side. Cross into the box. Cleared there really well by Joe Rodon. Lot of calls for a penalty from the Middlesbrough players, but nothing given by the referee. And thank God there's no VAR because it can't be pulled back now. Here's Tanaka. Now Strauch. Rodon. Strauch again. All the way back to Melier this time. Now here's Tanaka again. Remember, guys, if a goal goes in this game, don't put it in the chat until I've reacted to it because I won't have seen it yet. But if in the other games, feel free to let me know what the scores of our rivals are. Mateo Joseph's offside there anyway, but I think they'll just let the goalkeeper play on with it. Oh no, they're giving it a free kick. It wasn't Rodon that cleared it. It was the Middlesbrough player who cleared it himself. And Rodon did kick the back of his ankle, but I'm not sure it's enough for a penalty. Good tackle by Nonto there. It's going to be a throw into Middlesbrough. I think it's a bit of a dive from McGree, to be honest. Oh, Leeds have lost the ball there and they come forward here, Middlesbrough, but Rodon cuts it out. Tanaka. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, actually, in the Prem. Isaac saying it would be sketchy. I was thinking that probably gets given, but in my opinion, I don't think that sort of thing should be given. Because the thing is as well, there was no other Middlesbrough players in the box, and his touch wasn't going to anyone. So it was, regardless of whether Rodon had touched him, he still would have lost the ball. Here's Byram. Now Rothwell. Into Nonto. Nonto in the corner of the box now. Tries to get the ball in, but it's blocked, and it's going to be cleared by Middlesbrough. But Leeds do have the ball back already. Now Tanaka. Here's Strauch. Out to the left-hand side to Verba here. Back now to Rothwell. Rothwell again now. Rodon. Strauch. Nonto. Tanaka. Strauch again. Back to Tanaka. Leeds really trying to suffocate Middlesbrough here. Byron tries to play the ball forward there. A bit of a sketchy pass, but... Ooh, and that's a dodgy back pass to the goalkeeper there, and he's going to have to try and clear it, and he hoofs it up in the air, and then Clark tries to head it on. And yeah, a bit of a sketchy clearance situation from them. And Leeds do win the ball back. It's going to be a free kick to Leeds for a foul on Rodon. And Leeds going to get a free kick just inside their own half here. Here's Dan James. Dan James going past his man here. Dan James has done really well. Tries to get the ball across the box. Mateo Joseph had to be there, but wasn't. The ball flashed across the face of goal. He's gone out for a throw-in on the other side, but Mateo Joseph, gilt-edged opportunity, should have been in the right place there to finish that one off. Dan James, he beats his man so well. Goes past him with a bit of pace. Crosses it across the box, and Mateo Joseph, he had to be there. He had to be there. It's an unbelievable pass right across the face of goal, and Joseph's just not there. The thing is, Peru would have been on that if he was in the general area, let's say. But a lot of the time, Peruge is just waiting on the edge of the box, and it's that can be frustrating as well. I think Bamford would get a touch on it. Doesn't mean it would go in even from there, but I think he would be in the right place to actually get a touch on it. Now Middlesbrough with the ball. Here's Clark. Back across the back line. Good tackle there by Nonto, and I think it's going to go out for a Middlesbrough throw-in. Can the ref blow the final whistle now? Would be nice, wouldn't it? Middlesbrough trying to get in the box here. Crossing opportunity. Tanaka blocks that one away, and then Azaz goes for a second shot over the bar. Here's Melier. Now Rodon. Melier's just stumbled a little bit there and sliced that one into touch. Here's Clark. Ball crossed into the box from Middlesbrough from deep, but it's headed away by Tanaka. Now Rothwell. Oh, Rothwell had a right idea of trying to release Dan James down the right-hand side, but it was cut out, and then Leeds have made a foul in the midfield, and it's going to be a free kick to Middlesbrough. Isaac saying, I'd like to see Ramazani and Schmidt get some minutes today, especially if we get another one before half-time. Yeah, look, Ramazani's obviously recovering from injuries, and so hopefully he's introduced in a fashion that means that he's not stretched too far too soon. Welcome everybody who's joining us. 101 people in the chat at the moment, only 54 likes. If you smash that like button, that would really help me out. Here's Clark for Middlesbrough. Played out to the left-hand side now. Here's Latte Lath. Passes it all the way back to the defence again. Ball to Deek Steele from Edmonton. Now out to the right-hand side, and Nonto with a good tackle, but it's going to be another free kick, another throw-in to Middlesbrough here. Thanks, Ruggie. White Swan made a joke about Latte Lath's name sounding like a type of coffee, and everybody else just started having an actual conversation about coffee in the chat. Ayling's warming up already, apparently. Don't know why. We're only 26 minutes in, but yeah, they are. Well, to be fair, I think they've got about 8 players warming up. Middlesbrough at the moment. Here they are, though, back underway. Middlesbrough with the ball. Azaz plays it all the way back to Edmondson. Welcome, Tim. Clark plays it back again. He's dodgy, Clark. I every time I see him play, I always think he's dodgy, especially against Leeds. We're on the Ethernet now. White Snakes. We're a bit more stable. Here is Clark. Long ball forward out to the right-hand side. Barlasser tries to play a ball forward, cleared though by Verba well. Headed back again, but then headed away. Oh no, Rodon's going to have to do something with it, and he hooks it over his head, and now Verba can win the header. Only as far as another Middlesbrough player, but now Verba comes away and gives it to Nonto, does really well there, and now Mateo Joseph's come deep to try and win that ball back, but Middlesbrough have won it back off him. Here's Clark. Coming over the halfway line with the ball. Plays it out to the left-hand side. Back in the middle now. Leeds having to actually do a little bit of defending now. Last 10 minutes. Middlesbrough have had 63% possession and Leeds have had 37%. And Middlesbrough with a chance to cross the ball in the box. It's all the way to the back post, blocked away though by Leeds. And now Clark gets there ahead of Brendan Aronson. But Leeds are trying to press and force them back here. But they've done well. And now a ball forward and Rodon cuts it out and Leeds can win the ball back. But a bit of a panicked clearance by Strauch. Teo Joseph heads it down and now Leeds trying to keep the ball here. Now Strauch. Bit of a mad 5 minutes here, but Leeds have got the ball back now and hopefully normal service can resume. Leeds are coming forward here. Here's Verba. Plays it back to Nonto on the edge. Now Nonto. Oh, Nonto tackled there. And it's Middlesbrough who come away with it this time. Leeds have got the ball back here. Brendan Aronson fouled right on the edge of the box. Yellow card if ever I've seen one. Hackney, I think it was. Dictionary definition of a yellow card, that one. If he doesn't get one, then it's an absolute joke. He's literally about to shoot on the edge of the box and you get an absolute an elbow in the back. Just hammers down on him and elbows him in the back there. If that's not a yellow card, I don't know what is. Did he not get a yellow? Did he seriously not get a yellow card for that? That is the most yellow card I've ever seen. Coming up from behind someone who's about to shoot on the edge of the box and getting elbowed in the back. That is the most yellow card ever. Welcome. We've got a couple of A couple more Leeds Lately members joining us. Welcome to the stream. Currently got Rothwell and Verba stood over this free kick against a four-man wall from the edge of the box, just off centre to the right slightly. Verba with a left foot, Rothwell with a right foot. We'll see who goes to take this one. Verba steps up, hits it into the wall, and then Verba shoots again, hits it into the wall again. Poor, really. Just have to beat the wall. Now cleared by Middlesbrough, but Leeds win it back again through Tanaka. Tanaka gives it away, though, and now Middlesbrough can come forward. It's going a bit chaotic at the moment. Now Doak down the right-hand side, coming into the box here. Really good defending there by Dan James, of all people. All the way back there. And I'm telling you what, if there's one thing that, like, Leeds fans, we're not that hard to keep happy, but something like that, Dan James being the right winger, making a tackle in the left-back position to get the ball away, we'll lap that up. We're suckers for it. Someone working hard, coming back and making a tackle. Everybody loves that. Middlesbrough trying to clear the ball here. Leeds have won it back, but giving it away again, and now won it back again. Here's Tanaka. Tanaka back to Strauch. Welcome, Crossman. Now Tanaka. Strauch. Out to Aronson on the left-hand side. Now Dan James. Good ball inside there to Tanaka. Tanaka trying to get through into the box but doesn't quite manage it, and Dan James has to make another good tackle and get the ball back to Strauch. Plymouth losing again. Yeah, 110 people in the chat and only 69 likes. Let's try and get that up to 100. Here's Rothwell. Now Tanaka. Back into the centre circle for Joe Rodon. Rodon into Rothwell out on the left-hand side now. He's got options of Dan James out wide, but instead he tries to go into the box for Brendan Aronson, but this time they were alive to his turn. But Leeds do have the ball again through Mateo Joseph. He's had to run out of the box and give the ball to Byram. Back now with Rodon and then across to Strauch. Yeah, well, that's true, Isaac. I mean, the sane ones. Dan James tries to cross it across the box. This time his cross isn't great, and it just dips over the goal at the back post. Poor cross there from Dan James, but could have been one of those ones that goes in accidentally. And Clark, the centre-back for Middlesbrough, is actually going to take Seny Dieng's goal kick for him. But he has just passed it straight back to Dieng. Here's Dieng. Played it out wide here. Middlesbrough clear the ball. Good tackle by Verba. Having Verba at left-back is essentially like having another centre-back, but you can get forward as well. Here's Nonto. Middlesbrough player still down from that Verba challenge, but now Middlesbrough try and come forward again. Now this time Tanaka's fouled someone, but the referee hasn't seen it. Here's Clark. Gets it back again. Now Borges. Cross to Edmondson. Now here is Latte Lath, but the ball's been taken away from him by Strauch and then cleared long by Melier. Middlesbrough the ball out on the right-hand side. So loose ball there, and Mateo Joseph nearly gets to it. I feel like he could have got to that, Joseph, but it just didn't stick a leg out. Ball out on the left-hand side now. Good tackle there by Aronson. Aronson with a good pass back to Byram, and now here's Joe Rodon. Strouk's going to have to give that back to Meslier, but instead Strouk plays it straight out for a corner kick. Leeds are a little bit rattled by the high press here at home. It's not something we're really too used to seeing. Rodon gets the ball. He plays it back to Strouk. Strouk sees someone coming. He tries to play it back to Meslier. He just plays it straight into touch. Ball on the edge of the box now for Middlesbrough. Nonto does really well to clear that, and he does get fouled in the process, so it's going to be a Leeds free kick on the edge of the box. That's that same bloke. Is it Hackney, the captain for Middlesbrough? That's another yellow card challenge that he hasn't been yellow carded for. Meslier is going to take this free kick then just on the edge of his own box. He's sending everybody forward. He's not going to pass this one short. Long ball then from Meslier. Up over the halfway line. Mateo Joseph challenges for it, and now Nonto has it. Nonto with a little back heel and can't quite get it through to Verba. And then the clearance from Latte Lath, I think it was in the end there, was Deek Steele actually, sorry, was blocked by Nonto. Here's Clark. Across to Edmondson. The two centre-backs for Middlesbrough. Back to Clark again. Say loose touch there from the Middlesbrough player, and it's going to go all the way out for a goal kick. Goal kick then to Leeds. Meslier just about to take it. Sends everybody forward again. Long ball forward from Meslier. Headed by Byram. Now Rothwell. Leeds lose the ball there, and now Middlesbrough can try and come forward. Hackney tries to play it out to the right-hand side, but Leeds win it back through Strouk. Good ball from Byram. Down the line here to Dan James. Dieng's off his line, and then Dan James's ball just had to be better, the final ball. Or you could say that Mateo Joseph didn't make his near-post run that Dan James was probably expecting him to make, given how often he does it. Joseph trying to close down the goalkeeper there, but the clearance makes its way out to the halfway line. Now Leeds the ball with Brendan Aronson. Aronson with a great pass into Verba. Verba's ball across the box was good, but it's been cleared by Clark, I think, that time for a Leeds throw-in. Now Rothwell. Back to Strouk. Down the line again to Verba. Now Rothwell. Rothwell running into the box here, carrying the ball. Now Aronson with a really good tackle there. Brilliant by Aronson to keep Leeds in possession. Here's Dan James. He's got Byram running beyond him. Here is Byram out on the right-hand side. Back into Aronson. Aronson all the way back to Rodon now. Across to Strouk. Yeah, I think Aronson's been really good today, Rob. His ability to turn on the ball his ability to drop a shoulder and move past players is really kind of opened up space for him and his teammates. Here's Tanaka. Across now to Rodon. Aronson. Here is Aronson. Great ball by Aronson. Oh, Dan James was in behind there, but Dieng was alive to the situation and picked it off the toes of Dan James. Good hold-up play there. Good hold-up play there by Mateo Joseph. Played it into Aronson, and Aronson's final ball was fantastic. Dan James just couldn't quite get there before the goalkeeper. Really good, though. Let's have another look at that. It's a really good piece of play by Leeds. Aronson's ball was really good for Dan James, but Dan James just needed to get a little nick on the ball. Couldn't quite get there before the goalkeeper. Here's Dieng. Now Clark. Now Borges. To Clark. Cross to Edmondson. Middlesbrough trying to come forward here now, still with the ball. Here's Hackney with the ball forward. Ball out wide now to Deeksteel. Into McGree and then back again. Good clearance there by Leeds, and now Mateo Joseph has it. Gives it to Aronson, and Aronson fouled. Draws a good old Ayling flop. Here's Tanaka. 0-0 in all the other matches. Here's Dan James. Into Mateo Joseph. Good hold-up play again to get the ball to Aronson. And now Sam Byram with a bit of space on the right-hand side. Gives it back inside to Aronson. To be fair, some of the things that Aronson's doing aren't necessarily measurable. So it's hard to rate him higher for that, if you get what I mean. But we can see it because we're watching the game, which is why the eye test is important over just stats. But Leeds are in behind here. Aronson has absolutely... It's a poor strike. I think he's just sliced it into the crowd there. It's a really good opportunity there. So the ball came over from the left-hand side by Tanaka. It was just Clark just missed the ball, and the ball dropped to Aronson. And Aronson just needed to just get his head over the ball and hit it hard and low. Here's Clark again. He's going to have to try and clear it here. Leeds have won the ball back. Rothwell. Tanaka. Unlucky for Leeds there. They've lost the ball, and now Nonto tries to win it back, but they might be able to come forward here through Deeksteel. But a good offensive tackle in there by Max Verber, and it's going to be a free kick to Middlesbrough. But it was the right thing to do from Verber there to come out and come forward and stop their momentum on the counter. Here's Clark. Now Hackney tries to come forward with it. Would have been a really good ball, but Strauch was so alive to it. Here's Dan James. Can he get a sprint on now? He can. He tries to get the ball forward, but it's a good defending in the end by Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough play the ball out wide here. Here's Doak out on the right-hand side. Trying to come into the box here. Good block by Leeds. And Rodon's going to be able to... Well, he might be able to set off a bit of a counter-attack here just before half-time. Here's Nonto out on the left-hand side. Nonto making a bit of space for himself. He goes to shoot from the edge. It's saved by the goalkeeper. Now Brendan Aronson shoots. It's blocked. 1 minute added on to this first half. Leeds have got themselves a free kick then and a chance to put the ball in the box. it has been a bit of an end-to-end first half. Nonto was the one who scored, CB. The goalkeeper cleared it off his knee and it went in. Again, Nonto, good power on the strike, made the opportunity for himself straight at the goalkeeper. He loves putting it straight at the goalkeeper. He's like, I'll give him a chance. But they had a real chance to get the ball in the box then and do something, but Leeds were so well back and blocked the ball early. Leeds have got a free kick, though, here. It's Rothwell standing over it. Chance for him to cross the ball in the box here, and hopefully Leeds get on the end of it. I would imagine that as soon as this ball goes out, whether that be in the back of the net for a goal kick or a throw-in or a corner, I'd imagine that that'll be the whistle, the end of the first half. Here's Rothwell, getting ready to cross the ball in the box. Rothwell crosses it in, headed, just over the by the back post. It just goes out, but it is going to be a corner kick to Leeds. So lots of what happened here. Rothwell crosses it in. Yeah, just a little touch there from, I think, maybe Edmondson, the centre-back. Just got a little nick on it to head it away for a Leeds corner. Rothwell then over the corner as well. Rothwell with the corner into the box, headed away. And that is going to be the end of the first half. 10, not 0-1. But anyway, as we usually do, yeah, we are playing well. I'll let some other people update you, but I'm going to talk about the first half when I get back. I am just going to do a PC reset, so I'll be back in just a few minutes. So don't go anywhere. I will be back. I'm just resetting the PC. We should be back. Look, let's talk about that first half. I did think that we had a good first half there. I thought we were intense at the right times. We looked quick. And we always complain about the fact that we don't move the ball fast enough. But somebody like Aronson, I thought, was... he was being a little bit of a catalyst for things happening, I thought. And he was turning and opening up space, and overall I thought we were quite good. Yes, Middlesbrough did come back into the game a little bit, and we did have to suffer a little bit at times because they were back in the game and they were getting a bit of possession. But Middlesbrough aren't a bad side. They're always going to have periods of the game where they get on top a little bit. But the important thing is that we don't let them have too many chances in that time. We really limited their chances. And at the end of the first half, we managed to get back on top again and be the ones in control of the game. So, look, I think we've had a good first half there. It means nothing if we go and concede, though, in the second half. So I'd like to see us go and get a second goal like we did against Derby, where once you've got that second goal, you just feel a little bit more secure in your position. And people mentioning Verba as well. I thought Verba was really good. There was times when he was actually the last man. He was the one who was wanting to make those runs in behind over on that left-hand side and offer an out ball, which I'm pretty happy with him doing because he's good at getting the ball in the box. There's the lineup for you, CB. Byram came in because Bogle got injured in training. Verba came in because Firpo got injured in the last match. Nonto's come back in for Solomon, and Joseph has replaced Joel Pirou. Just seeing the goal again, where it was fortunate for Leeds that it went in, but the actual chance itself that we created was worth a goal because of the space that we created for ourselves. Dan James with a really good ball into the box. There was another really good ball that Dan James put in the box in that first half where Mateo Joseph, he just had to be there. He just had to be there and he wasn't. And we would have been 2-0 up because of that. So it's a little bit frustrating. Yeah, Dan James is having a really good game. Aronson's having a really good game, and Verba's having a really good game. They would be my three pick-outs for who's having a good game. Verba, Aronson, and Dan James. Maybe Nonto as well. Well, obviously, Nonto got his goal. There's a bit of luck involved in that, but Nonto, I think, has played fairly well. Maybe not on the level, though, that those other three have. I think it's sometimes you see a pundit in the studio and you go, who the hell's that? I've never seen him in my life. But that's because he's a current player for Middlesbrough. He must be injured or something. He maybe looked for the goal, but he was in the right position. Yeah, absolutely. He was following it in and trying to finish it off. I think he is trying to buy it a little bit, that foul on what could have been potentially a penalty. I was just listening to what they were saying about it there. Joseph proving he's not the man to lead the line. Look, the thing is, who have we got who's an actual poacher that can be on the last man? But look, put it this way. Is what we're doing to Mateo Joseph not just exactly what we did to Joffy, to Joe Gelhardt? Because he's still not come good, really, as to what we kind of expected him to be. And look, I think Mateo Joseph is in the exact same position Joffy was. He's come through from the youth squad. He's being hyped up to be someone he's not yet. So it's like, well, I think he needs a bit more time to slowly bed in, but I personally don't even think that he should really be starting games. See, people say this all the time. Look, he's made way more mobile than Pirou, but there's certain players that don't need to be quick because their positioning is good and their finishing is good. And Joel Pirou is our top scorer without being particularly mobile and fast. And I'm coming round a lot to thinking that Peru's made a massive improvement on what he was last season to this season. I think he's been much, much better this season. And I think he's starting to fit the system a little bit more as well. I wouldn't have dropped him. I would have kept him in the lineup. I'm happy with the job that he's doing. And with what Mateo Joseph can offer in backup, I just don't think it's worth swapping them. For me, Peru's got to be the one that's in there. He's the top scorer in the championship over the last, on average, like over the last 4 or 5 years. But he's not lazy. He moves around to the positions where you can get the ball, and I think the fact that Pirou giving the ball away too often I think that's a bit of a myth as well. I think his hold-up play is massively improved, and he's been playing the ball. He's been playing the ball to teammates more often than not now. God 61 saying, Max, December 29th, last year, I'm assuming, we were 17 points behind Leicester and 10 points behind Ipswich. So much tighter this year. Yeah, look, I think... Let's have a look at the Championship table there. We're in a very similar position points-wise to what we were last year, and I don't think that you can have any complaints about the manager when you're top of the league. Yes, we've played one more game than Sheffield United, but as long as you're first or second or there or thereabouts to be able to be in first or second, I don't really think there's anything you can complain about. Yeah, it's 0-0 in every game around the grounds. It's 0-0 in every game apart from Stoke versus Luton is 1-1. And Plymouth are losing 2-0 to Swansea. But look, even at this point, we're on 41 points and 10th place is on 27 points. Who's even fairly close to us? After Sunderland, so you've got Sunderland, Burnley, Sheffield United and Leeds on Sunderland 37, Burnley 38, Sheffield United 39, Leeds 41. Behind that, Blackburn are on 32, so 9 points behind us. Middlesbrough are on 31 in 6th. Watford are on 30, West Brom on 29. It drops off a cliff after the top 4. So it's just about keeping with the pack that's around us, really. That's what we need to make sure that we can do. Welcome, Sajal. Sajal saying hello, Max, and all Leeds faithful. Sorry, joining late, was out. 1-0. Come on, Leeds. Yep. Nonto goal. Put us 1-0 up. Chewy Backer saying, I don't want Plymouth to sack Rooney. I want those three points he will give us. Game back on, not on my end. Oh, if for some reason it had skipped behind for me, it's been on for 2 minutes. What's going on? How's that possible? Right, it's going to go black, the screen. For some reason, my Now TV on my tablet was like 2 minutes behind, so it's now 47 minutes and we're actually in the game. Verba has a throw in here, but the screen's going to go black and I'm just going to put the timer to the correct time, so just bear with me. There you go, perfect. Oh! There we go. Yeah, we're perfectly synced up now. Sorry about that. I missed 2 minutes of the game. How annoying. But we're back in now anyway. Here's Middlesbrough with the ball. Here's Dijksteel. Oh, apparently it's Dijksteel, not Dijksteel. Clark with the long ball out to the left-hand side for them, the right-hand side for us, but headed away by Sam Byram. Here's Dan James now, cutting inside. Dan James still going and then wins himself a free kick. Really good run there by Dan James. Bar Lazar, I think it was. 1-0 to Bristol against Sunderland. That is great for us. Yeah, just a body check there by Bar Lazar as Dan James tried to go past him, and it's going to be a free kick to Leeds just inside the Middlesbrough half. Sorry, Sunderland was on my mind because people just mentioned that Bristol City have gone 1-0 up, which is, of course, fantastic news for us. Here's Strauch. Now Verba tries to play it down the line. Dijksteel gets a foot in, and it goes out for a Leeds throw-in. Long throw-in from Verba. Mateo Joseph gets a head on it, but taken away here by Middlesbrough. I've got to say, Mateo Joseph, I'm not trying to be over... Melier does well to come out there. I'm not trying to be over critical of what's his face, Mateo Joseph, but I don't know. I just think he's a little bit ineffective in this game. Why do you hate Bristol City, CB? Who could hate Bristol City? They're such a non-offensive club. Here's Edmonton charging forward for Middlesbrough. He plays the ball down the line for Latte Lath, and then it's Dykesteel actually, who's just in a really high position. Now Verba can play the ball down the line to Nonto. Nonto back to Joseph, who again loses the ball. I'm getting a little bit frustrated with Joseph. Here's Rothwell. Now Tanaka. Good feet there from Tanaka and gets the ball back to Strauch. Headed away by Rodon. Nonto trying to back into Dykesteel, but Dykesteel has his arm around the neck of Nonto, and it's going to be a Leeds free kick. Here's Rothwell now in the Leeds midfield. Now Tanaka, his partner, in there. Out wide to Verba. Back to Tanaka again. Here's Aronson. Into Nonto. Back to Aronson again. Aronson with a good ball to... would have been a good ball to Dan James, but Dan James stood stock still. What first name? It's going to be a Middlesbrough throw-in. I don't think Dan James was ready for that pass. Yeah, handball against Middlesbrough there, and Leeds with a free kick. We're often playing already. Here's Rothwell now. Rothwell with a good ball out to the left-hand side for Verba, who puts a ball across the box and then cleared away by Clark, and Verba can actually get the ball back again here. Bit of a poor touch for Verba, but uses his strength well there to get the ball back. Now Tanaka. Now Nonto, he goes to shoot, and Tanaka picks it up again here. Tanaka with a shot so bad it goes out for a throw-in. So good ball there from Verba, and everybody's trying to play front post passes for Joseph, but he doesn't seem to be making the runs that he usually does. I would imagine that Joel Piroux will be coming on at the earliest the 60th minute, but more likely the 70th. But I think it's 60th for me would be the best thing to do, is bring him on. Here's Aronson, good turn. Plays it out wide now to Byram. Byram down the line here for Dan James, who's got space to cross the ball. Now Mateo Joseph makes a front post run and it goes over him, headed away by Middlesbrough. Ball down the right-hand side. Here's Doak. Rothwell and Strauch. Put the ball into the centre here, and they've got a bit of space through Hackney. Hackney tries to play it out wide. It's took a deflection off Byram, and then the shot was a really good shot, and a Melier with a fantastic save to push that one out for a corner kick. The ball came across, and Byram did get a little touch on that pass, but unfortunately it went straight to the Middlesbrough player anyway, and he had a good strike at it. Melier makes a good save in the end. On the half volley, he bangs it towards goal, and Melier makes a good save, palms it away, pushes it out of danger, and it's going to be a corner kick here. Barlaza is going to be the one to take this corner kick. Ball comes into the box, into the back of the net as well. Borges, I think. Well, 1-1. I don't know if it was an own goal by Verba or what. His camera seems to be focusing on him. Ball gets whipped into the box. It's an own goal. Yeah, Verba's just headed it into the back of his own net. How frustrating! I think Verba's had a really good game so far as well, and he's given it as an own. It's an own goal. He got the flick on at the front post. A really tight angle. He got a flick on at the front post, and it's just gone into the back of his own net. Unfortunately, not much you can do about it. But let's I don't know if there's more of a delay than there usually is or what, but I can see all your chats coming in about the own goal, as I've already mentioned that it's an own goal. So I don't know if there's more of a delay or what. Here's Nonto. Does well to keep the ball in here. Nonto to Verba, whose shot is deflected wide, and it's going to be a Leeds corner kick here. Corner kick then for Leeds now. Let's see if we can hit back straight away. Well, yeah. Verba scored 2 in 2. Rothwell then with the corner. Ball comes in, headed towards the back post. 50p head from Strauch, as you would expect. Very frustrating considering I think we've played quite well in this game. Here's Clark, clears the ball. Good tackle there from Strauch, and then another Leeds player's gone down. Now foul from Tanaka on Azaz, and it's going to be pulled back here to deal with the Leeds player who's gone down here. I think it's Rodon. That's not good news. I mean, so, what happened there? How can the clock have stopped? Why would it just do that for no reason? Apparently the clock's broke. You might have to ignore the clock, you know. Clock's just decided that it's going to break, so there's not really much I can do about that, but we're in the 57th minute. I'm replying to people as well, like, I'm literally replying about the clock. How is there that much of a delay? I'm getting a little bit frustrated. Loads of play. Look, for me, this doesn't make any sense. Like, there must be something seriously wrong with Isaac Schmidt. There must be something seriously wrong with Isaac Schmidt, because in this situation, you've got Verba, who's a natural centre-back on the left-hand side. Surely you get Schmidt to warm up, because you put Verba at centre-back and you put Schmidt on at left-back. Where's the logic in getting Ampadu, Piru, loads of different players warming up? I'm not sure what Isaac, whatever he is, has done. Anyway, we're back underway here. He's Dijksteel trying to put the ball across the box, cleared by Strauch. Rodon's going to be wanting to get on the pitch as fast as possible here. Leeds have currently only got one centre-back. Now Nonto trying to get away. It's going to be a foul by Dijksteel, breaking up that counter-attack. He's got to get a yellow card for that, because those are the rules of the game, and if he doesn't, then the referee is just ignoring the rules of the game. Yeah, it's stuck on 47.53 for some reason. I turn it on and off and it just stays on there, so God knows. I can't do it anyway. It's 59th minute. Here's Strauch across the road on. Now Strauch again. Back to Meslier. Now Rodon. Good little bit of interplay by Leeds to get away here, and now they can come forward through Brendan Aronson with a burst of pace. Aronson's going to win Leeds a throw in there. Yeah, the referee's just clearly got bets on for no cards at all in this game, because there's been multiple incidents that should have been a yellow card that haven't been given us one. Good little run over the ball there by Nonto, and now he has it back again on the left-hand side. Ball's going to go down the line here. Clark's taking a really poor touch, and Leeds are going to get themselves a corner kick here. Corner comes in. Headed away. That's going to be 12. Now Dan James crosses it into the box, headed away by Clark. Latte Lath now trying to chase down his own clearance. And he's pulled down Rothwell there. And surely that's a free kick to Leeds, but nothing given, as they still have the ball here with McGree, I think. You play it out to the left-hand side. Tanaka does well to win that one, and Leeds eventually come away with it. Here's Dan James. Now Tanaka. Ooh, I wonder. No, neither of my timers are working. Cleared there by the Middlesbrough defence, so it's going to be a Leeds throw-in just outside the manager's technical areas, and Verba's going to come across and take it. Here is Verba. Verba into Mateo Joseph. Mateo Joseph tries to play it back. Mateo Joseph needs to come off, I'm sorry, but he's really actually hampering our attacking play now. Rodon gets a foot in there as the counter-attack tries to come forward here from Middlesbrough. Look, genuinely, Mateo Joseph needs to be replaced. And soon. It's so unfortunate that we scored an own goal from a corner, because they haven't created really enough to warrant drawing with us. Here's Edmondson at the back for Borough. Now the ball, Azaz, all the way back to the goalkeeper, Dieng. He plays it out the other side to Clark. Barlas are into Azaz, who plays it back to Clark. Leeds are not really trying to press too much at this point in time, allowing Middlesbrough a little bit of time on the ball. Now Dijksteel. Back again to Edmondson. Into the midfield now. Mateo Joseph trying to do a little bit of chasing, but not much. And now it's so easy to bypass that press if you're not going to commit to it. Good ball there from Tanaka, but then Nonto can't quite get to it. Yeah, Ramazani coming on as well could be an interesting one. Probably for Nonto for me. Given how Dan James and Brendan Aronson have played in this game, I think Ramazani, if he was to come on, I'd prefer it to be Nonto. Ramazani and Piru would be my preferred choices in this situation. Here's Rodon. Good ball there from Aronson. Just kind of split the difference between Joseph and James there. Here's Doak out on the right-hand side. Trying to get the ball into the box. Verba gets a little touch on it, but I think it's going to be a corner kick here. How many minutes gone? 64 minutes and 35 seconds. Another corner here for Middlesbrough. Yeah, for some reason my timers have just stopped working. That makes sense, doesn't it? Just randomly stopped after how many years of doing these streams. Corner about to come in then here from Middlesbrough. Nonto gets brought down in the box there by Latte Lath, and it's going to be a Leeds free kick from inside our own box, so we don't really have to even field that corner. Would like some substitutions to happen though, please. It's going to be Solomon and Joel Peru. I've been doing live streams since the day we stayed up at against Brentford. That was my first live stream. Was a final day against Brentford when we stayed up through that Harrison goal and the Rafinha penalty. Here's Aronson. And it's going to be a Leeds throw in here. Here's Tanaka, gets tackled there and loses the ball, and now Middlesbrough have a chance to break. Here's Azaz on the edge of the box. Tanaka gets a foot in and tries to slow things down here, but they're in the box here. Good save by Meslier there. Really good save by Meslier. Leeds can come forward now. Here's Max Verber. Verber with a good ball through to Mateo Joseph here, who's onside. Joseph puts the ball across the box. Oh, Dan James can't get there ahead of Seny Dieng. The ball was behind him in the end. It might have been 2021 or maybe 2022. Yeah, really good save by Meslier. It's a good ball from Hackney into Doak, but Doak takes a little bit of a heavy touch, and then Meslier just comes out and smothers it. Really good from him. Rothwell's down. There's a Middlesbrough player down as well. So yeah, Peru and Solomon are the ones coming on for Nonto and I hope Mateo Joseph. Yeah, Mateo Joseph is the one who's coming off, and it's going to be Joel Peru to go up top for him. So half of the changes that I wanted. Yeah, it was the 2021-22 season, but it was in 2022 because it was at the summer. It was in summer. It was the end of that season. By the way, everyone complains about his Farkas substitutions. Leeds have 9 goals from substitutes this season, which is the most in the Championship out of anyone. So maybe Farkas does know what he's doing with his substitutions. Dijksteel throws it in and then cleared by the Middlesbrough defence. Headed forward again, but this time Strout comes in and wins it, but he heads it against Tanaka, and it goes out for a Middlesbrough throw-in. We do, but it's good that it's working. Ball all the way back to Dieng in the Middlesbrough goal now. Oh, slip there from the Middlesbrough player and picked up by Solomon on the edge. Solomon fouled, and it's going to be a Leeds free kick and a chance to get the ball in the box here. Edmondson fouled, and he's going to get the first yellow card of the game. Yeah, free kick to Leeds on the corner of the box, if you will, out on the left-hand side. Rothwell's going to be the one to take this one. An in-swinger. Rothwell then getting ready to take his sweet time over it, though. Rothwell then. Whistle's gone, he's getting ready to take it. Rothwell, ooh, I think he tried to put it on target in the hope that somebody would get a flick on it and just redirect it slightly. Put a lot of power and whip on it, and it was actually Edmondson who gave away the free kick, who's the one to head that away before it reached the Middlesbrough goal. And it's going to be Rothwell again, this time to take a corner. Rothwell's corner into the box, over everyone, and then headed by Rodon out for a goal kick. Terrible, really terrible. Ball into the box there from Verba, but it doesn't quite reach Piru, but Piru's then fouled Edmondson, and it's going to be a free kick to Borough. Oh, Tanaka's won the ball here. Played the ball into Dan James. Dan James in the box. His shot is saved there by Seny Dieng. Unlucky for Leeds there. They gave the ball away again, Middlesbrough. Tanaka played it into Dan James, and James's shot was just so tame in the end that the goalkeeper was able to fall on it after he'd made his initial save. Just needed to put it further to the side. But Piru's now won the ball. Piru, Dan James is in here. Dan James in the box. Scores! 2-1! Dan James. Absolutely love it. Dan James puts it in the top corner. Perfectly finished off by Daniel James. Again, Middlesbrough would not learn their lesson. They kept giving the ball away. 73rd minute, by the way, or 74th minute down, by the way. They would not learn the lesson. They kept playing out from the back and giving the ball away, and they did it again. And this time it was Joel Piru who slotted the ball through for Dan James, and Dan James made no mistake this time. Bagged it in the top corner. Really good finish as well. Side netting just by the post. Really good finish. It's a really, really good finish from Dan James. What a finish, by the way. That is really clinical. Dan James has come on leaps and bounds. In terms of his composure. Oh, and it's his 100th game. Stan James's 100th appearance for Leeds United, and he's just scored a goal to mark it. Yeah, 75th minute. It's 74 minutes and 36 seconds, 37, 38, 39, and 40. 74-40. Here's Clark at the back for Middlesbrough. Plays out to the left-hand side. Now back into the middle for Bar Lazar, who plays a long ball out to the right-hand side. Have Middlesbrough made any subs yet? Don't think they have. Lees are playing so well. To what? Tom Lees? Who does Tom Lees play for now, or is he retired? Verba then with the throw-in by Daniel Farke's technical area. He wangs it down the line, headed away by Dijksteel. One low by Aronson, but then Solomon can't keep hold of it. Here's Edmondson, who plays the ball back to Dieng. Now, out to the left-hand side, and Leeds can win the ball back again. Here's Rothwell. Now Dan James. I just said it was the 75th minute. I'm sure you can work out how many's left by me telling you how many's gone. Here's Aronson now coming towards the box. Aronson. Oh, he's a really good feat there by Aronson, but just got away from him at the last moment. McGree, but then Tanaka wins it back. Here's Strauch. Now Tanaka again. Tanaka with the ball over the top. Piru's offside. Good save by the goalkeeper regardless. Piru was offside for it. See, the thing is that I don't want to see Dan James come off, but I would like to see a bit of Ramazani, so I'm a bit torn. Maybe take Solomon off and put Ramazani on. He's had 5 minutes. So I think Aronson's also playing really well. Foul there from Rothwell this time, and it's going to be a free kick to Middlesbrough about halfway inside. Just inside their half, actually, this one. It's taken quickly, and now they come forward with it. Ball out to Doak was cut out there by Verba, and now Solomon tries to come forward. He's pulled over from behind by Dijksteel. Dijksteel should be getting a yellow card for that. He's broken up a counter-attack. This referee genuinely does not know the rules of football as written, because if somebody wins the ball and starts on a counter-attack, somebody pulls them down from behind, by the letter of the law, that is a yellow card. So the fact that he's not given one multiple times suggests to me that he doesn't know the rules. Ball over the top here towards Dan James, but it's just over the top of his head, and it's going to be a throw-in. No, but he's not given. The thing is, Kiwi White, he's not given us any yellow cards for the same situations as well. He's just a crap ref. Here's Dan James. Dan James tries to put one down the line there for Aronson, who does well to keep it. Here's Byram. Now Aronson tries to cross the ball into the box, headed away. It's going to be a Leeds throw-in. There was one before, Robert. Edmondson got himself a yellow card, I think. Yeah, it was Edmondson for his foul at the corner of the box, the one where we took the free kick where Rothwell almost shot. Throw in there by Leeds. Now Piru. Piru fouls Latte Lath, and it's free kick taken quickly. Sunderland 1-1. Goalkeeper Dieng now with the ball. Now Edmondson. 79th minute for me. 79 minutes and 20 seconds for me. Here's Dijksteel coming forward with the ball. Good foot there by Rothwell to come and get that one off him. Yellow card for Dijksteel at last here. Dijksteel finally gets himself a yellow card. I think the ball just gets away from him as Rothwell takes it off his toes. Yeah, and in the end, Dijksteel ends up... I don't know why he's holding his shin, Rothwell. I think Dijksteel stood on the top of his foot more than anything. Anthony Dijksteel. Didn't know his first name was Anthony. I also thought he was Dutch, but apparently not. Oh, Anthony. It sounds like Anthony, but it's not. It's Anthony. Bergzorg has come on for Borough, and he's replacing Riley McGree. And Ampadu is getting ready to come back on for Leeds. Ampadu's getting the do treatment from the Elland Road support. And it's probably for Rothwell, because Rothwell is down here. I think Rothwell, to be honest, is going to have a really bruised foot. That's what I think. I think he's going to have a really bruised foot, but I don't think he's going to be... injured. I think it's an impact injury. Just a knock. Do. Verber and Rodon having a chat there. '81st minute here, or 82nd minute, 81 minute and 25 seconds. And Leeds are just preparing a substitute. I think AO doesn't want Ampadu to come on because he doesn't want him to get injured again. I think that's the no context. Yeah, Rothwell's hobbling off here. Middlesbrough are going to make another substitution as well. Conway is going to come on. Burnley draw. Finn Azaz is coming off and Conway is coming on. Conway is their top scorer this season with 8 goals. I think Conway's actually just stood on the back of the ref's ankle there. Get himself an early yellow card. An easy way, isn't it, to get yourself a quickest yellow card in Championship history. Peru tries to bring that one out of the sky, but it's just going to bounce all the way through to Seni Dieng. I read minds, AO. That's just what I do. Here's Hackney playing the ball out to the left-hand side. Getting it back again now, Hackney. Captain here tonight for Borough in the absence of Howson, who sits on the bench. Middlesbrough. A little bit too slow with their passing there, and Aronson does get a foot, but it's going to be a throw-in to Middlesbrough, which they've taken, and Hackney has the ball once again. Now across to Edmondson in the centre circle. Back to Clark. Clark with a little chipped through ball, and then the cross comes in the box and Strauch has to head it away, and Leeds are going to have to fend off a corner kick here. Clark and Edmondson coming forward from the back. Cross comes in from Barlaza. Punched away there by Melier, but I think the whistle's gone anyway for some fouling in the box by Borough. Yeah, substitution then for Leeds. Ampadu is going to return to Leeds United first team action right now as a substitute, I think, for Sam Byram. Yes, Byram is coming off, so who... Unless Ampadu's going to actually play right back himself. Who is... I don't understand what this is. Is this going to be 3 at the back? Strauch... No, because... I don't understand what this substitution is. Is Ampadu... Ampadu's obviously got your captain's armband back, but is he playing right back? Yeah, the 85th minute. And we're back underway again here. Meslier with the long ball forward. Pirou brings that one down, but he was offside. He came back from an offside position. I think Ampadu is just going and playing right back. Rodon, Pirate, Verba as the 3. No, but Ampadu's playing in there as well. I think Ampadu is actually playing as a right back. Truly, it makes sense to bring off Rothwell, who just picked up a knock. Here's Pirou. And now Verba plays a long ball down the line, but it's picked up by Edmondson. I feel like Leeds are going to be having a little bit of a let's sit in and soak the pressure up here for the last 5-10 minutes. And it's not what I like to see. 88 likes and 118 people in the chat, which means there's definitely 12 people here who haven't hit the like button already. And if you haven't, please do go ahead and hit that like button. Get us up to 100 before the final whistle. Ooh, Dan James fouled there, and it's going to be a Leeds free kick. Oh no, I thought he'd given a free kick, and so did the commentators, but he hasn't. We're still playing here. Here's Dijksteel out on the right-hand side. Solomon trying to put a tackle on him, but he's fended him off there, Dijksteel, and played the ball back to the defence. 93 likes, only 7 to go here. Here's Dijksteel, back to Edmondson again. Here's Hackney, plays the ball across to Edmondson, who strides over the halfway line now. Ball forward here, and then out wide again from Conway. That's going to be a Leeds. Oh no, it's going to be a Middlesbrough throw in there. Oh, poor pass from the Middlesbrough midfielder there, and it's gone straight out for a Leeds throw in. 87th, 88th minute now, sorry. I always say that. Whatever the time is on the actual clock, if it says 87 minutes and 25 seconds, which it does at the moment, I'll say 87th minute, but that's actually the 88th minute, which I always forget. Here's Verba. Little throw in down the line to Solomon. Maybe a bit of a high foot there, but nothing given by the ref, and Solomon keeps going here. Rothwell manages to pass the ball to Rodon, and now Rodon out wide to Ampadu. Ampadu tries to play a little ball down the line to Dan James there, but it's a misplaced pass. Ampadu, though, has just been beaten as well, so he's maybe a little bit rusty here. The Welsh international, and Verba then fouls Tommy Conway, and it's going to be a Middlesbrough free kick. Verba gets himself a yellow card as well. Barlaza is the one to take this one then. Three-man wall then for Meslier. Barlaza's quite a distance out, but he can cross it or at least play a ball into the box from here. I wouldn't necessarily call it a cross, but he might be going for a shot, you know, from distance. He just spoons it into the stand. He just spoons it over the bar into the stand. Burnley Derby only had 6 shots and 1 on target. Sod being one of their fans, eh? Yeah, well, that's not the only reason, is it? I tell you what, Dan James is... he did the Benteke celebration as well, but Dan James's finish for the goal was unbelievable. Right in the top corner. Aronson. Ball down the line for Joel Pirou. Pirou's cleverly knocked the ball off Clark and won Leeds a corner kick. Seven additional minutes, by the way. 7. Here's Pirou. Now Solomon. I'm going to put that as 14 because we've already taken it short. When Leeds have just given it away for a goal kick. Complete waste and pointless. Here's Edmondson. Now Dijksteel. I don't know how many times I have to say it, Goz. The timers don't work at the moment. For some reason, they're just stuck. So I'd have to close the streaming software, which would mean closing the stream and then opening it up again, which is annoying for everyone. Ball bouncing around here, and Rodon's cleared it, but not very far. And now Middlesbrough have the ball back. Here's Barlaza. Rothwell's done really well there. Now Leeds are trying to get away with it, but a handball shout as well, but the ball's been played all the way back to Dieng. Yeah, there is CB. I don't know what you mean. Dan James is on the right-hand side in space. Played the ball into the box for Tanaka. Tanaka! Who scored? Brendan Aronson scored. 3-1 to Leeds. And we are home and hosed with only 5 minutes to go here. 3-1. I think it was Aronson who scored. I don't really know who finished it in the end or what happened, but... So they tried to play the ball forwards. Tanaka won the ball really quickly. Pirou played it out to Dan James. Dan James played it across to Tanaka in the box. Oh, Tanaka just squared it perfectly. Tanaka, if you were playing FIFA, you'd be calling it a baby goal. But Tanaka drew the goalkeeper out of his net and then just played it unselfishly, as you like, played it straight into the path of Brendan Aronson. Commentator saying a little bit scruffy, but he played it right into the path of Brendan Aronson, who just puts it in the back of the net. There's nothing scruffy about that. Yeah, Tanaka assist. Leeds coming forward again here. Here's Aronson inside the box. A terrible pass from Aronson. Just trying to level things out again after scoring. 93 minutes and 25 seconds gone now. Leeds are going to make 2 substitutions. Isaac Schmidt and Joshua Gilavogi. I feel like, and Dan James is one of the ones coming off. I feel like Gilavogi's a bit of a father figure for the rest of the squad there. He's just putting a little hand on Isaac's back, Isaac Schmidt's back, and just saying, go on, pushing him forward to let him go on first. And Gilavogi coming on for Rothwell. Isaac Schmidt's come on then on the right-hand side. Here's Solomon. He's just done a pirouette into touch there, Solomon. As far as attempts to spell Gilavogi go, Gilavani is one of the worst ones I've seen, Kiwi White. Here's Tanaka. Schmidt with a good chest touch. And a nice little pass as well to Brendan Aronson. Aronson out to the left-hand side here. It's something like that, CB. Here's Schmidt. Tidy little play from him, and then Tanaka with the ball back down the line for Brendan Aronson, and then Brendan Aronson's pass cut out there by Edmondson, who can eventually clear the ball, but only as far as Tanaka, who heads it straight back to Isaac Schmidt. Now, Verber, but then I think it's a free kick to Leeds there, maybe. Yeah, it is a free kick to Leeds. Here's Tanaka. Yeah, nice to be back until tomorrow when Sheffield United win again. Is it tomorrow? When does Sheffield United play? Wednesday at 7:45, Millwall, Sheffield United. Here are Middlesbrough out on the left-hand side now. Loose ball inside, and Leeds might be able to break again here, but I would imagine instead Aronson's going to slow things down. Give it back to Strauch at the back. CB. No, Pierre. Long ball forward from Melier, but it's going to bounce into touch there. Dykesdale plays that one back into Edmondson and across to Clark now. Marching on together, rings out around Elland Road in a little bit of a victory song, as Leeds are but 1 second away from the final whistle going. Or supposedly it's the 97th minute here. They've got one last attack here, I think Middlesbrough, before the referee blows his whistle. Isaac Schmidt does well to get that one away, but not very far. Barlasser. Now Hackney. Good sliding challenge there from Joe Rodon. Oh, bad tap. Got bad pass, though, from Rodon. And now Latte Lath on the edge of the box. Trying to open up a chance to shoot. He gets the ball to Bergsorg. Tanaka and Verber, I think it is, are going to... a combination of the two of them are going to clear it. I think Dan James, maybe, for me. Throw in for Middlesbrough, and the final whistle goes. Leeds United, 3-1 winners at home. I mean, the goal that we conceded was only an accidental own goal. Hey, Johnny Woodgate, I forgot about that. Is only an own goal, an accidental one. We scored all 4 goals in this game. That's what I'm saying. That's the positive spin we want. Dan James with a great finish. Nonto with a interesting finish on the first goal. And in the end, finished off by Brendan Aronson from a selfless Tanaka pass across the goalkeeper. So thanks for watching, everybody. I'm going to be doing a match reaction now and uploading that. Oh, we need one person, if you haven't liked the video already, one person needs to like it, and we'll get to that 100. Just one person. If you haven't liked the video already, just one person to like it. Hey, we're on 100. Thanks, everybody, so much for watching. There is a match reaction coming out soon on the channel tonight, that is, and of course I will be live at the weekend as well on Saturday for the game against Preston, I think it is. Thanks for watching Leeds lately, and I'll see you in the next one. Back top of the league. Really, really good to see. Thanks, everybody, and I'll see you next time.